Welcome back, Indie Champions. Today, we're diving straight into the dangerously addictive world of roguelike deck builders. Those indie games that have a sneaky way of stealing your afternoons, your evenings, and honestly, your whole weekend. Whether you want to flex your strategic muscles, chase after wild combos, or just crave that one more run feeling, these 7 picks will have you hooked. Shuffle up, get ready to draw, and let's see what new obsessions you'll be taking for a spin. You might think you've played them all, but I promise there's a surprise or two in store. Let's jump right in before you have second thoughts. You can't make a list like this without talking about Slay the Spire, the deck builder that completely rewrote the rules of the genre and inspired a wave of imitators. From your very first climb up the Spire, you'll see that it's all about building a deck from the ground up as you fight monsters, unlock branching paths, and gather relics that can supercharge your strategy or send it spiraling off the rails. Every character brings a whole new playstyle, forcing you to rethink every card pick and keep experimenting with your approach. With countless branching paths, hundreds of cards and relics, and the knowledge that every run is randomly generated, you're guaranteed a fresh challenge every single time. The real thrill here is how every victory feels like you've genuinely outwitted the odds, while every loss becomes a lesson that pulls you back for another round. That perfect balance between luck and strategy, plus ascending difficulty levels that practically dare you to try harder, has kept players glued to their screens for years. Sure, the visuals might look a little basic and randomness can sting, but it's the gameplay that hooks you and never lets go. If you're even a little bit into card games or roguelikes, you owe it to yourself to try Slay the Spire. There's a reason so many people call it an all-time indie classic. Let's jump into the fast-paced world of StarVaders, where deck building meets tactical mech combat on a neon battlefield. Instead of just playing cards to attack, you're moving your mech around a grid, dodging projectiles, and blasting aliens using a massive arsenal of over 400 different cards. Each run lets you select unique mechs and pilots, with abilities ranging from artillery barrages to close-quarters brawling. And thanks to the chrono token system, you're even able to rewind critical moves and rethink your tactics to turn a losing battle in your favor. The game really shines in its replayability. Every pilot, mech, and set of shiny new upgrades pushes you to chase those juicy, synergy-driven combos and discover inventive ways to outsmart the alien hordes. Even after unlocking everything, you'll still be searching for that perfect build, since every run is filled with surprises. While some deck builder vets breeze through the hardest content a little too quickly, the overall mix of punchy, quick-fire battles and deep, satisfying strategy is impossible to resist. If you've ever wished your card games had a dash more spatial tactics, StarVaders is the upgrade you never knew you needed. Now, if you crave chaos and love the thrill of bending the rules, Diceomancer lets you break reality with the roll of a die. This adorable, hand-drawn roguelike isn't content with just shuffling cards. It hands you an enchanted die that can tweak practically any number you see in a fight. You'll find yourself gleefully re-rolling enemies' attacks, boosting your own damage at the last second, and stringing together nutty combos that would never fly in a stricter deck builder. And with almost 500 cards and 6 magical classes to mix and match, you're in for a wild ride every time you play. What really sets Diceomancer apart is the freedom it gives you to experiment. If you can dream up a broken play, chances are the game lets you do it, turning every run into a series of "I can't believe that worked" moments. There's no shortage of jaw-dropping victories or hilarious missteps, and creative players will be in heaven combing through the endless possibilities. The only catch? Sometimes the balance gets a little wacky, with late-game runs turning into a cakewalk, leaving tougher players wishing for a hardcore mode and a few more boss fights. Still, for pure inventiveness and replay value, Diceomancer absolutely hits the jackpot. Nine Kings might just surprise you by injecting city building and auto-battler chaos into your deck building routine. In this quirky kingdom builder, you choose a monarch, build armies and cities from a mixed deck, and then watch as your mini-empire auto-battles for supremacy against other contenders. Every king comes with their own themed card pools and special perks, and after knocking out rivals, you actually get to poach their best cards for upcoming conquests, turning every run into a roguelike treasure hunt. The action is lightning fast. Each game wraps up in 20 to 30 minutes, so there's always time for another experiment or wild new build. With endless quest modes, zany scenario twists, and plenty of combos to chase, this game rewards creativity and quick thinking in equal measure. Sure, some advanced strategies can start to dominate, and you might run into the occasional hiccup from big armies marching across the screen, but the fun factor is undeniable. If you love the loop of vampire survivors but want deeper strategy and lunchtime-friendly runs, Nine Kings is pure royalty. If you want something truly fresh in the deck builder space, Replicat throws a curveball by mixing memory mechanics with colorful cat-themed cards and jazzy neon tunes. Each round is a head-scratching blend of flipping cards, hunting for pairs, and carefully building your deck to tilt the odds in your favor. Think memory meets deck building, all dressed up with endless modifiers and a dizzying variety of upgrades and game-changing items. Every run feels different, and even if your memory isn't the best, there are plenty of ways to stack the deck in your favor. Players can't get enough of the quirky challenge or the ever-present parade of cats. Seriously, who doesn't love more cats? And unlocking ambitious new decks or chasing after wild combos keeps the addictive loop going. Hours can vanish as you iron out strategies, discover oddball modifiers, or just vibe out to the soundtrack. While there are some interface quirks on smaller screens, this game is both relaxing and mentally stimulating, a combination that makes it an endlessly replayable treat. It's the perfect game for brain-teasing fun, with a huge dose of charm thrown in. Astrea Six-Sided Oracles reinvents deck builders entirely by putting dice, not cards, at the heart of every run. You'll draft, roll, and upgrade a constantly evolving set of dice, with every face potentially spelling victory or disaster. And your health is a corruption meter you'll need to risk spending for powerful effects. The roster of 6 unique oracles, plus hundreds of different blessings and dice archetypes, turns every session into a high-stakes game of risk and reward. Astrea is heaven for anyone who loves deep, original strategy and the tension of rolling just the right symbol at the perfect moment. The game looks stunning, the soundtrack is gorgeous, and the dice mechanics push you to master a constantly shifting web of offense, defense, and resource management. Be warned, though, the learning curve is pretty steep and the interface can be a lot to take in, especially when the action heats up. But if deep, crunchy systems make your heart sing and you love wrestling with randomness, you'll find endless puzzles to crack across Astrea's dazzling cosmos. Finishing strong with some gladiatorial flair, Alina of the Arena combines deck building with shadowy roguelike movement and tactical fight choreography. Here, every card in your hand isn't just an attack or block. It's a way to step, slide, reposition, or even push enemies onto traps, all on a tense hexagonal battlefield. Surviving the relentless arena means weaving together tight card combos and thinking several moves ahead, all while keeping the crowd entertained enough to maybe toss you a little extra help. There's a raw satisfaction in seeing your plans come together, whether you're outsmarting a deadly boss or squeezing past a swarm of enemies with clutch movement. Sure, the overall card pool and story might not be as deep as other heavyweights, but the thrill of each win, the constant need to adapt, and the juicy combos you stumble into make every run a white-knuckle adventure. If you've been craving that delicious mix of Slay the Spire's deck building and Into the Breach's position-based tactics, Alina of the Arena absolutely brings the hype. So there you have it, 7 roguelike deck builders that will absolutely eat up your free time and challenge you in all the best ways. Whether you're after brutal difficulty, off-the-wall mechanics, or just need a new game to obsess over, there's something here with your name on it. Which one are you excited to try first? Or do you have a personal favorite I missed? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. See you in the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome content.